Please open your notebooks, put down today's date, which is the 20th of July. IELTS course lesson number 1. As I told you yesterday, well, I will keep speaking. I will try to make everything clear. And if, sorry? Neç kişi yetmedi? Qo'l ko'taraylik. 1, 2, 3. Just a second. Bu bolani hali olishi ham bor telefonim uchun. Ha, shu yerdamisiz? Yana 5 ta chiqarib bering ana nimani. 5 eksemplyar. So, as I told you yesterday, we are going to start with the most complicated part of IELTS test, which is writing. Do you agree if I say that IELTS is writing is the most difficult part of IELTS?
Yes.
Yes. And for example, if you look at certificates of those students who got like 7.5, 8 something, mostly, I can't say always, but mostly the lowest score which they received is from writing. Why? Because writing is a little bit complicated and it also requires a lot of practice. Understand? So we are beginning with writing. Why? Because we have 5 months of course ahead, and by the end of our course, hopefully, you will have had 5 months of writing practice. And I believe it will be very useful for you in your actual examination. Understood?
Yes.
So, before beginning the technicalities of the writing test, I want to tell you some basic information about the writing test and some important details. So, no matter what test you take, I mean general training or academic IELTS, you are given 1 hour, right? You have 60 minutes. And within these 60 minutes, you are supposed to finish 2 different tasks. Task 1 and task 2. And in general test and academic test, task 1s are different. Why? Because in task 1, in general training, you are supposed to write a letter. Usually, this is a letter on different topics. For example, you went to a restaurant, but you did not like the restaurant and you want to complain to the owner of the restaurant about the situation. Or you are writing to a foreign university because you want to study at that university and you need some information about the admission requirements, etc. Okay? And in academic writing, of course, you will deal with graphic information. There are usually line graphs, bar charts, pie charts, maps, flow charts, etc., etc. Right? Tables. And of course, we shall go through all of them. So right now, if something seems to be complicated to you, don't worry, okay? Because we shall go through each of them step by step, so no problem about that. Next step. Your task 1 is supposed to finish in 20 minutes and you are supposed to write at least 150 words. And when you write task 1 or task 2, such parts of speech as articles, auxiliary verbs, prepositions, they are also counted as words. Okay? So, for example, if you write on the table, you have written 3 words. Okay? So, some people think that only notional parts of speech are counted. No, all words are counted. Okay? Articles, prepositions, etc. Next thing you have to pay attention to is that you must be very accurate with your time management, because when the time comes and if you are not done, they will get your paper, and if you don't hand in, they will cancel your answer. So when they say stop, you must stop. And in order to present a finished work to them, you must plan your work well, so that by the end your work is done and even checked. Understood? And don't worry, we shall also learn time management, so no problem with that. Understood?